Hello, lovely ladies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to pin this to the top of our Facebook group. Make sure you're there. Macro tracking and weightlifting for women. And then let's dive in. This is such a simple mindset tweak, mindset shift that I hope you find it super useful, whatever it looks like for you. It's going to look different for everybody. Beautiful. Okay. First things first, as a reminder, we have our free masterclass next week on Tuesday, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, and I believe 9 p.m. in the UK. And it is really going to be about making sure you have the right blueprint for this next upcoming year, not as a New Year's resolution, but as okay, I'm closing one chapter of 2023. I'm opening another chapter. What is this going to look like for me? So we're really going to dive into the process with you ladies. I think this is a key piece that isn't fully understood. And so it's overlooked. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. And so we're really just going to make sure that you guys understand the process of different avenues and make sure that you really have the right process for what you want to achieve. Okay. So if you want that info, remember it's totally free Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. Just comment event in the comments and we'll get that over to you. Or you can send us a message. We'll get that over to you. Okay. Beautiful. So we're going to talk about this really simple mindset shift. So I was talking to one of our lovely new clients today, and we were talking about her goals. We were talking about her, doing CrossFit and really enjoying it, but ready to step into something more, still including it. We were talking about her wanting to avoid, the menopause belly and just really get on top of and in front of creating a really healthy and fit lifestyle, right? One that she had balance, she could sustain, not one that was like, let's go, right? In short term, she saw a bunch of her friends just doing, several days of something or, several months of something or sprinting in this. And then it's like, they looked great, but then it wasn't sustainable, all these things. And so we really talked through that. And it really opened my eyes to a mindset shift that I think is holding a lot of you guys back. And so what we did was we started talking about, she wanted to lose about 25 pounds. And I know that's really common for you guys too. And so we started talking about, okay, what is really the best time frame for that to not only achieve the goal of the 25-pound loss, but maintain it, right? Really get yourself to maintenance, really get yourself learning the lifestyle. So that way, when you're done, there's very little transition because you're like, cool, this is what I've been doing the last year. Like, I got this, right? So I like to double it. So she had 25 pounds. So I said 50 weeks, right? Do the 52 weeks. And she's like, yeah, it sounds good. But then her mindset paused for a minute. I was like, what's going on? Was it? She said, well, I'm nervous I'll get burnt out. I'm nervous that what if I don't have the stamina to do that? Or I don't know. That's a long time. I've done a 12-week program. She's like 52 weeks, I get it, but mentally, I just don't know if I can do that. And so it was so beautiful. We talked it out for a little bit and just listened and made space for that thought. It's a very real thing. And I said, but if you're getting burnt out, then that means you need a different process, right? Because your life needs a process right now to achieve the results you want. But maybe in 6 months, that process is going to look different because life happens, right? Death, baby, marriage, divorce, so many things you guys know, right? We go through challenges all the time. So our process has to look really different. And so I said, don't worry about it. Whatever we have a process, macros, lifting all things, but it's like, if you get to a point where you need to pull back on workouts, if you get to a point where you need to take a break of checking, if, whatever it is, don't worry about it. We'll just change the process. And I was like, oh yeah, because this is a sustainable lifestyle. I was like, oh yeah. So ladies, if you're getting burnt out on something, or if you feel like, oh, I can only do this for a time, it might not be the right process for you because truly the process should be boring. It should be easy and like, yep, I go to the gym. These are the lifts I do. This is my strategy around nutrition. That way you're not always thinking about what should I be eating? What about this? Oh, I'm going out to eat on Friday. I'm going to kill my results. I'm doing so good during the week. Then the next day, it's a whole other thing. A real sustainable process uniquely for you should look like, I know exactly what to do with my nutrition and I'm not really stressed about it because I already know what to do. Like, what's there to stress about? But what does it take to get there? A, having the process for you, but B, time in the process because you're trusting it. One thing she said too that really opened my eyes was she said, and this is really normal for a lot of clients, like so many, they are fearful before they come in. They say, if I don't see progress in a few weeks, then I just freak out and I go try to change something different. It's like, don't worry. We take hard data like measurements so you can actually see. So that's another thing that builds trust in your process is being able to take emotion out of everything and look at something logically, like data points, and say, your feelings are telling you this way, as we're all women, but don't worry, look at the data. It's beautiful. And then it's like, oh yeah, cool. Okay. Step back into the process, staying in the process. It's not a sexy thing. It's not a shiny object, right? But holy moly, the long-term benefits are amazing and forever. And so if you can't sustain something forever, and this is not saying while you're using macros as a tool to learn a lifestyle, you have to go through the learning too, right? But if your process, like we can wean you off macros, right? You can be weaned off macros. If your process is not sustainable for the rest of your life, is it really worth all the investment you're putting into it? Time, energy, emotion, financially, all the things. Heck no, right? Let's make sure. So really just ask yourself internally, what's my process? Am I following a process? Is my process suitable for me? Is it healthy for me? Do I want to look back in a year and am I like, yeah, because you did that process, now I get to go live my life with freedom. It's so important and it's so possible. So just check yourself and check the process and just do some reflecting. Cool. Okay, let me see if I had anything else for you guys. Oh yeah. Balance. Let me take a sip of my coffee. I'm about to go to the gym. I'm Pacific time, so it's almost 1. And I'm like, I kind of pick up my kid at 3. Then we're going out to eat, with some friends. I'm like, you're really cutting yourself short on this, like, get back and, clean up thing. I'm like, well, we got this, cup of coffee. Okay. So here's the other thing is balance. So one of our other gals, something that we've been working through with her is she was feeling like she had to stay home to be compliant, or a lot of that. It was cutting a lot out to just be good, to be compliant. And I've loved it because she's been open to share. And so we've been able to break down a lot of those old mindset beliefs, right? It's very much in the beginning of the process, but it's happening, which is really cool. And I think what she realized on the last call, and I mean, definitely what we realized of where she was at was, oh, shoot, yeah, it's actually no longer, I'm going to be good for this time to achieve this. It's actually now that point in life to say, yeah, I'm actually going to put my, feet to the ground and learn the actual process, learn the actual tools and the habits. So you never have to deal with this again. Like, why are we still dealing with this 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 50 years, 30 years, right? Later, let's just do it. But it's going through the process, learning the tool and the strategy for everything. It takes time. Learning the tool and the strategy to say, oh, I'm going to this event and I have no idea what type of food's going to be there. And I know there's going to be champagne and I don't even know. So I'm just not going to track. I'll just do the best I can. It's like, whoa, wait a second. There's a strategy we can put in place so you can still enjoy the champagne if you want it. You can still enjoy some of the food. Let's be mindful and learn to take care of our body. You can have a stress-free time and enjoy the event with the food and the drink if you'd like it. Let's put the strategy in place. Then you go practice the strategy. What worked, what didn't, beautiful. Let's refine it. Then it's like you're creating the most personalized strategies around all these different life situations so you can just navigate life so easily because you put in the groundwork of developing these strategies. It's so worth it. Do the work. It's so freaking worth it. Freedom's on the other side. But until you do it, it's always going to be a challenge, right? Just like anything. Okay. I hope that empowered you to take either reflection or action in the ways you need. I hope that was so empowering. And I hope that inspires you to know you really can achieve whatever you want. The right strategy just needs to be in place. And then it's just about practicing it over time. You never have to show up some type of way. You show up exactly as you are. We build and grow from there, right? You never have to be perfect. Otherwise, come on, that's not even nice, right? Because it's not realistic. So it's like, show up as you are. It's perfect. Perfect right where you are. All right, ladies, have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. Make sure you're at our event Tuesday. We want to pour love and value and service into you. It's going to be great. Comment event if you'd like the info, totally free. And it usually runs about an hour, but sometimes we just love to chat with you ladies. We do Q&A, like whatever you guys want. So sometimes it's an hour and a half, but it's really worth it to take the time for yourself and to just we just want to hang with you and chat. So great, ladies. Have a great weekend. Talk to you later.